Amazing. A very good morning to you wherever you're joining us this morning on Family Matters Relationship Clinic, where we talk matters, relationship, marriages, whatever that it takes to build a marriage or to heal a marriage. And this morning we'll be talking about healing from the past or healing from past wounds. And it's kind of continuation from our last week's conversation where, we're talking about building a purpose-driven marriage. But how can you do that if you're also hurting from past wounds? So this morning we continue that conversation with the Munenes who are here, as always, to just take us through their journey. Amazing, fun conversation. We'll be right here with the Munene. So if you want to be part of this conversation, for any questions about healing from the past, you can do that through 20316 SMS line or 0786 316 316. That is our WhatsApp line. Be part of the conversation. The Munenes, karibuni sana. Good to have you again.
Good to be here.
As we continue with this conversation of ours that we started last week, and it was quite something. It was quite a lot of people. There was great feedback from it.
Yeah.
People are healing actually, even through your testimony and your journey. People are healing their marriages through this. So it is a good thing that we have you back, just to speak about now healing from the past. But before then, for those people, for the sake of people who don't know you, please introduce yourself, Mary.
Ladies first or men
before? She's ladies first.
Anyway, my name is Mary Munene, married to Munene Wanjema. Yeah, it's been an awesome journey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm blessed. Yes, yeah. 12, actually I've known him for 18 years.
Wow.
Is it 18?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
But married for 12.
Married for 12.
Fantastic.
I know.
Friendship right there.
Friendship right there.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with 2 wonderful children.
Amazing.
Yeah, God has
who
been
are actually
faithful.
part of this story, of course, as we talk
part of
about
the
this.
story.
Great. Munene, your turn.
I'm good. We're good. We are the Monenes. Yes, I don't want to repeat what she's saying.
Yes.
But yes, we have healed from the past.
Yeah, amazing. And when people see this smiles and laughter, there's a story behind it,
Yes.
And probably I'll start with you, Mary, in terms of when you got married.
Yeah.
What were your early expectations, in at that time?
Yeah.
It was a new marriage. It was early in the time. What were your expectations?
Of course, growing up in a family that is, can I say, quite neat and very solid.
Okay.
Me seeing my parents, how they, they are going about their stuff. Dad, their mom. At no given point did they give us that, let me use the Gen Z slang, vibe.
Yeah.
At no point did they give us that kind
negative
of
vibe.
Yeah, the negativity part of it, no. So going into marriage, I definitely wanted that. In fact, I admired their marriage so much. And I was like, one day if I ever get married, I want to have something like this or something better.
Yeah.
Better than this. So my expectations largely were, can I say, coined around just seeing my mom and my dad, how they react, how they interact with each other, how they love each other, how they play with us.
Wow.
You see, so I had very high expectations with regards to marriage, and I mean very high. Like my bar was already set up there in terms of what you're going to be doing, how I'm going to be interacting with my husband, how he's going to be interacting with me, how many kids I should have. As in everything was on deck because I knew, this is it. Yeah,
this is how it is.
This is how it is.
Yeah.
But well, I think life has something else played out.
Before that life played out, let's hear what Munene's expectations were, your dreams and expectations of of that marriage as you're getting into it.
Yes, in marriage we say that a man looks for his mother to marry, and the lady looks for his for her father to marry.
Right.
So I was looking for my mother in her, basically. The way my mom used to cook, that mokimo, those kitowels and everything with some or some water more, some more water into the dhufu, But swimming potatoes. But it was my mom's food is always delicious.
Yeah.
And you never grow out of it. Even when you're 90, you still miss mom's food.
Right.
So I'm coming to the house and she's not cooking like mama. You know. Then I also had sex expectations.
Yeah.
The good thing with sex expectations, they were met.
Yeah, yeah.
And we did not have so much of that in terms of growing into it.
Yeah.
But the way I was raised and the way she was raised was quite different, which brought a lot of conflicts, especially in our first year of marriage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, when you talk about just looking at your parents and admiring them,
Yes,
Mary,
yeah.
I can only imagine. I don't know if you, and what kind of relationship did you have with your dad? Because like he started, you look for your dad in him, he looks for the mom in you. Did you look?
Yeah.
101%. In fact,
Let me put at 150 to the nearest.
In fact, I knew, as in I knew that I have done my homework, of which I had done my due diligence in terms of what people are told to do, you know, check character, vision, is it aligning, etc. Well, maybe in terms of by then, of course, his pockets weren't that deep. By the way, as but that did not matter.
I think that we are talking about something different,
see,
not the pocket.
No. That was part of it, because I had actually checked everything to do with him, like in terms of this, in terms of character, in terms of vision, in terms of how we were bonding, our friendship. Everything was check, and I was like, you know what, money will come. It's okay. He has one shoe which is blocked. I can wear. He can wear. As in.
We were not talking about shoes also. We were talking about expectations.
Did you just see how Munene is looking at you like that's not what we agreed on?
I think it should be done now.
Like, I was like, you know, everything else is checking off. He has the he doesn't have maybe the financial breakthrough at that time.
Yeah.
But it will come, because he was doing something about it. He was
Hardworking,
really hardworking. He had the thrust, he had the direction. So everything for me was check. And I knew I had actually hit a better jackpot than my dad. Yeah.
Of course you had, of course.
Whoa, this is it.
Yeah.
Because my relationship with my dad is very tight. He's this person who, can I say, we gelled, and he was very intentional from the time I was very young. I mean very young. You can imagine, let me use this example because this might now resonate to the depth of how me and my dad were. You can imagine when he was first of all explaining, you know, you're young, you're growing into puberty. He was the first person to explain to me my anatomy. Like in terms of my biology.
Wow.
Yes. He was the first person to tell me this is how it will be when you get your menses. So,
your dad?
Yes. So when I actually got my menses, I went straight to his office and I was like, Dad, it's come.
Wow.
And he took me, we went to the supermarket, bought me pads, but then the pads were like this thick. You remember them? Like,
yes.
they were this thick, you know? So we go back to his office. He's showing me how to put them.
Wow.
That was my dad. As in, we were that tight.
The bar had been set.
The bar had been set up.
Yeah.
As in that high. We were very tight in terms of just telling him my heart-to-heart issues.
Yeah.
He knew it. I remember the first time, I think he broke my heart when we were dating.
Yeah, I did it several times.
But that one was very crazy. That one was crazy. I went home, I sat in a corner.
You know, you have to be broken so that you can be molded. You know, if you don't break, like I said,
we will revisit this. Now, that time when he, you know, the relationships and the dynamics the way they are, so you've hurt each other so bad. I went home, I'm sitting at a corner, Dad is coming from work. Can you imagine the first thing, he didn't even ask me like, what's up? Why are you crying? He just took me, held me.
Wow.
And I cried.
He already knew from the kind of relationship you had, he knew.
He knew something must have been wrong, like what's up. So my relationship with my dad was so tight.
So how did it affect what, you know, your marriage now?
So when I got married, as in, I'm expecting, I mean, the same pace that Dad was having in terms of fixing stuff, in terms of handling issues, in terms of handling me.
Reading your moods.
Reading my moods, you know,
talking.
without, as in, I don't need to keep saying, oh yeah, you've had to just get my face.
Yes.
Get it. You know? Wake up and move. When I say, hey, by the way, that is not fixed. Like, stand up. You know, he was that guy when something is broken, he doesn't say, okay, we will fix it tomorrow. Let's handle it. So now I get to the house,
wow,
and I'm thinking, okay, that one is, the window pane has fallen down. And the first thing he does is tell me, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to fix it. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Baridi kwa nyumba, it's cold.
Ventilation.
But he's not.
No, you know, there must be a trade-off. To have ventilation, baridi inaingia kidogo.
And then on day 4, he puts newspapers. That's fixing.
Right.
So I'm like, what kind of fixing is this? So what do I do as a firstborn and as a daddy's girl? I step up. So I take myself to the hardware. I went, I got the measurements. And you know the bati thing, we call it, what is it called in English, by the way? In my mother tongue, it's called bati, in Kikuyu. Like that black thing that just fixes it. I actually went to the hardware and told them, I need that. And so he comes in the evening and finds, I fixed it.
And of course, that time you are
I am
mad.
Yes. Super mad.
And I am happy that she fixed it. Basically, I'm happy that.
So for you, Munene, how did that make you feel? Did you even pick that she's trying to see the dad in you? And how did that make you feel? Or what kind of tiff did it bring between the two of you?
Yeah, basically, there came to a point in our house that we were 2 men. And basically, I thought I am the only one in the house. This is my home.
Yeah.
We are 3 days into marriage, 3 weeks, 10 days, you know. Then all of a sudden there is another man in the house, and it's not Jesus.
Yes, it's not
it's
the
not Jesus.
fourth.
Yeah, it's not the ever-present Jesus. You know, it's another man, like, you know, basically a man. So it got to a point, and I told her that, hey, by the way, I am not your daddy, because she would refer to you know, her father every other time. Tio, you know, my dad would not do this. My dad would not. Karibu nimwambia, go and marry your daddy. Saying that I was very, very much born again, and nikasema, no.
Yeah.
Then now, when also it came to, you know, she wants me to read her moods, and I've not grown up with, you know, I'm not, men are not mood readers. We do not just look at the face and say, oh, I see your past, I know what you're going through. No.
Yeah.
We're not psychic, we're just human beings. So she'll come, she's all sulking, and then I'm like, maybe she's tired, basically. But the window is fixed.
You've put your newspapers.
Kudos. Yeah, at least now I can use my newspaper for something. Yes, basically, because I'm not, you know, naweza kaitumia kupanguza viatu, basically. So it really affected how we were gelling that time, because there was a competition between me, the reality, and her expectations.
Right.
Because the real me was, take me as I am. John Munene, just take me as I am. I have never married before.
Yeah.
This is my first marriage, and it is, of course, my last. And let's work it together. Yeah, but the issue of you know, every other time, daddy, and all that, it was not working for me. To a point, I almost resented the dad.
Yeah. And what is funny also, let me put it on the flip side. I also had an almost resentment to the mom. Yeah, because now he's also coming to look for mom in me.
Did he used to tell you, like?
No, yeah, he used to tell me some in some very subtle ways. In this sense, I would cook, and then he goes like, "If food they taste kaya, mom." Like, brother, oh, you use so many spices, and I'm thinking, as in that's how we cook in our home.
Yeah.
For them. They use
we use the natural, you know, the one that you take from the from the market.
The garlic,
you know, that's as we are there, you know, marinate with this. You know those things you go to Carrefour, it has a whole shelf. Chicken marinating, what marinating. So as I've grown up doing that, marinating with all that.
Yeah.
He's grown up, take the ho-ho, go take the
just the
dania,
natural,
the
vegetables.
So now suddenly, the food is not tasting
the same.
the same.
Yeah. Did that hurt you?
Oh my God. So that, the way he's saying that, he almost resented.
In fact, even her uji was not as...
Yes, can you imagine even the uji? He's telling me, I'm used to...
Uji you have to use a spoon.
With a spoon. Drinking from a cup.
Mama's uji, you drink with a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So suddenly my uji, you don't drink with it. As in, it's thick enough to just... As in, thick enough to swallow, but not use a spoon. Yeah. And now he's telling me, no, Mom's uji use a spoon. I'm like, that's not uji, that's ugali.
And in all this, we both feel very hot, and there's tension, and there's...
Oh, I can tell you, yes. As in, the tension now, it was every day, it was a height, because it was one thing after another. One thing after another. You don't do this, you also don't do this.
How long after the wedding?
I think it was after the honeymoon.
The honeymoon, yeah.
So the honeymoon was 1 week in Mombasa. So after now we came back
to reality.
Hell broke loose.
So there's kuna wedding, and then there's also now the marriage.
Yeah.
So merudi to the marriage.
Merudi kwa the reality. The rubber meets the road. And then you're like, hey, what did I marry?
Yeah.
Funny enough, in terms of other intimacies, we were very gel.
Yes.
So we never got to a point whereby we are not intimate. But we had a lot of back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. So wow. So here you are. Let's now so you're in the marriage. Let's go to, because I know there's a story about the babies, and quite a painful one. It's not easy to go through that journey. So you start trying for babies.
Yes.
After how long in the marriage?
I think we had decided to, our first year was just sherehe. We had papa start.
Papa sherehe.
Sherehe, and then after that now we can start,
Yeah.
So the use of all these contraceptives is another story altogether. Because one messed her up, then you had to look for something different. So during that time, we were just all right. But now we decided to now have babies.
Into our second year.
In our second year. That's when
our first miscarriage happened almost into our second year. So it was like in our first year still, because of those contraceptives not just working. So we ended up getting pregnant. And of course, we were excited, and you see now, for me, I was more excited. I don't know if I was more excited, but I was more excited in this sense. The marriage is not working. I had decided I'm doing an out, I'm done.
In the first year?
Yes.
Because of those,
because of you're not being able to adjusting those expectations.
Yes. You're coming with so much. Of course, now there's the the issue of you're harboring. Can I say now during the dating, of course, with all the little misunderstandings you've had and all that. I came with them, by the way. I had not fully, can I say, dealt with them in that sense. I thought I had, but I think I hadn't fully dealt with them.
I thought that she had.
I hadn't. No. So I come into marriage, and then now it's compounded with the misunderstanding. So we are not one, we are not talking the same. Conflict management is just messed up. It's bad. It's a fight of two egos in the house. And I was like, I'm done. I can't deal with this. This is too much for me.
Too much for you. And egos. Let's go back just before the kids again.
Yes.
When you said there were two men in the house. Monene, what do you mean by that?
Now, she was really referring to her dad a lot.
Oh, so the shadow of the father was always.
So I was not matching up to the father. Every time I've done something, I'm doing this, I'm reacting this way. She's like, but my dad would not react that way, basically. So I'm like, we are having two men here. I'm being compared to another man who is in the house, but you know, like you can feel, you know, in the air, you know, it's just somewhere within the house.
Yeah.
Labda alikuwa nakaa kitchen.
No, unamuona.
Anakuja sitting room kidogo.
But I can imagine you actually probably even got jealous of the dad, or like you're saying, even went ahead to hate him.
Yeah, because he's coming in between me and my woman. Yeah. So she was seeing me through the lens of
the dad.
of her father.
Yeah,
and that really affected how I viewed my father-in-law.
but at the time, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The children. And I know there's a miscarriage. Samuel, please take us through that journey, Mary.
Wow. It was
Some tissue?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Healing. But I can say it's not easy.
Yeah.
A miscarriage is not easy for any woman. Like, you know, suddenly your body knows it's carrying, you know,
Some life,
some life.
supporting, yeah.
Now and then your mind also is starting to get prepared, etc. And then suddenly, wow, voila, baby is not there anymore.
Yeah.
So our first miscarriage happened when we were not at a good space. As I was saying,
Yeah.
like I had gotten to that point of saying, you know what, I'm done with this marriage, I'm done. And I actually voiced it to him, and I think maybe out of frustration and everything, because we were not really we were not gelling. So I remember telling him, you know what, in fact he's the one who told me, because I think we were in a heated argument, and then he tells me, when I get home, sitaki kukuona kwa hiyo nyumba, I don't want to see you. And I was like, you will not see me. Like, beba kila kitu, carry everything. I'm like, I'm not carrying. I'll not even carry a toothpick. That's what I told him. You can imagine.
That's the reality in so many homes right here. I'm sure so many people are relating.
You know what? I'm done. So I had actually planned everything. In fact, I found a house. I was just waiting for my first salary so that I paid the deposit.
My God.
Yeah. I'd found a house. I'd decided I'm starting from scratch with just a mattress. I'm not carrying. And so in the process of all that, you're expectant. So I was so happy. Like, yes. Now I'll give all my love to this baby. He can stay at the corner, continue with your life. It's fine. I'm good. In fact, I was so ready to just take care of this child alone, by the way.
But with at the back of your mind, the support from your parents also, was it giving you some, you know?
Now,
say, I also have my
funny,
parents.
Yes, I had my parents, but the moment I voiced out, I remember I voiced this frustration out to my sister, one of my sister, and my sister was like, Mary, you're married, you're not coming to my place? Please work out your marriage.
Good,
I was like, whoa, okay, done. Then now there I am, I'm reaching out to, in fact, I reached out to my mom, who knows, she was like, ngoja kidogo, so she gives my dad the phone. So I'm like, Dad, I want to come back home. My dad's like, Mary, because now he calls me with my, you know, my real name. We are home. He tells me, you think me and your mom, we've not had issues through these years. We've had issues.
Yeah.
But it's about you working it out. So kae huko na John, mjue venye mtafanya. He did not encourage me. Like, you know what, it's okay, come back. Because it was not an issue of, say, infidelity. It was not an issue for, like, abuse. It was not physical abuse or anything. It was more like,
just a misunderstanding.
The two of you do not want to bed. The two of you don't want to. You are just two fully egotistical people who don't want to just let the self down and work this thing out.
Okay.
So he didn't encourage me. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Third option is me and getting my house and I move out. So in the process of all that, that's when now I discovered, oops, yeah, wow, I'm pregnant. In fact, it's my mom who sensed, because I went home just to cool down, because he was away. He was away for work. So I went home to just cool off, and so she noticed, you must be expectant. So I was so excited. So in the process of all that, you know, going to clinics and etc., that's when I went for one clinic of which my mom was present. And then the doctor says, well, so far, your baby does not have a heartbeat right now, but we will, maybe it's just something.
That's at how many weeks?
We were now heading into, I was actually heading into the third trimester.
Yeah.
And you are not together?
No, not that time. Yes,
As in, I was in my second.
Oh.
Yes.
But you are not together?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was heading into my second.
Oh, I wasn't home,
He
basically.
wasn't home.
Oh, you had gone out to work.
Yes, yes.
Gone out to work.
Okay.
So I was basically pulling a lot of support from my mom.
Yes.
To take me
No,
to
she
those
did not leave,
clinics.
by the way. She left that part. She did not leave. She's never left.
I think we are all assuming that now, because you said you left and you wanted to start your own.
No. By the way, I still stayed. In fact,
I met her home.
I still stayed even if I had gotten the money. I didn't even pay. But it's only that he was away for work, so I was pulling a lot of, those clinical, those checks for clinics and etc. My mom was tagging me along, tagging my mom along.
Yes.
So it was in that month, the second trimester, that's when now I'm told, the baby does not have a heartbeat.
Oh, no.
So they take another scan because they're thinking maybe this one is faulty. Yeah, and I'm told, we need to actually do a DNC. You know, that clinic.
Yes.
So I'm in a limbo. I'm thinking this was my way out. I think the baby was my way out of this marriage.
Yeah.
So what is this? You know?
Yeah.
She communicates to you.
Yes.
What is your reaction at that point?
First, she communicates that, we've lost a pregnancy.
Yeah.
And she was a little bit of, me, myself, and I have lost the pregnancy. But I was like, no, we have lost.
Yeah.
I was part of this.
Oh. Yeah.
So then she blamed me for that.
By then I blamed him.
She was like, you are the one.
Yeah,
you are the one who has, caused this baby too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm so many miles away, but in one way or another, I've caused, this pregnancy too.
In fact, I said you're the one who caused this baby to die.
Yeah.
I used that word.
Yeah, so I tried to deal with it that time. At that instant, at first I went, to some presence of some men, some of my colleagues, and when I told them, like, hey, bana, my woman was pregnant, but imeshuka kabla, just the way we talk. Then they were like, hey, look at this guy. Hey, you fire blanks, but wait, Kusha, I'm like, no, wait. I did not fire blanks. At least there is something.
Yeah.
So it was now, it became more of an argument rather than, trying to identify with whatever was going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm firing blanks, but basically, scientifically, that's not firing blanks.
Right.
Because already there was a conception somewhere.
Yes.
So I did not get anything from that circle of colleagues. So I decided to call her father. Then he gave me a very good assurance. In fact, I broke down basically. And he gave me some very solid assurance.
You broke down. Men feel that pain of, because what I know, how the society is, it's like, the concentration is on the woman. Men also feel that pain.
Exactly. It was quite painful, the fact that this is our child. This was supposed to be our first one, sort of. And it's in almost every man. We have those outliers. We call them outliers because they don't fall in the normal curve. They are just maybe less than 0.0001% who would not like to have a child, have a family and all that. So it is in every man's desire to have, to build something that is greater than himself, to the family and children. So to me, it was more of an achievement. We have settled down.
Yes.
I have wifed her, and now we're going to have kids. Then here, all of a sudden, whatever I was expecting, I'm no longer expecting.
Kind of a false start,
Yeah. Because even as we are expectant, when you're also expectant, basically. Yeah, because I'm expecting something at the end of the 9 months. Yeah, I'm walking you through the journey.
Yes.
So it really, crumbled my whole system.
Yeah.
And I felt like, is there any hope for the future now that, my wife is not being able to carry this, child to full term. Yeah, so there was that. It was a lot of. It was filled with a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
So I broke down. I broke down. I called my dad when I had really broken down.
Oh.
Then he gave me some very good assurance. That don't worry, God will give you some your own children in due time. Yeah, that was not yours.
Okay.
In fact, those were his exact words. That was not your child. Watoto wenyu watakuja. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Wow. So for you as a man, because sometimes we really ignore men's pain, like I said earlier, especially when it comes to matters miscarriages. So you feel like you didn't get enough support, or people just downplayed your pain, like, you know, apart from your father-in-law? Was there any other support you got, probably from church, from your own family?
Basically, I think after that reassurance
from dad,
I moved on.
Oh, okay.
I moved on from that.
Okay.
But basically, you know where to get support. And you know, if I go to this place, I'll get support. If I go to that other place, I'll be bashed out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and many men struggle with that.
Yeah.
They have things that they're dealing with, especially in terms of family.
Yeah.
They have losses. Maybe it's a business. Maybe it's you have lost a child.
Yeah.
You have men who have lost children. They have lost their spouses. And they don't know how to deal with that, because they see, if I expose this, if I be vulnerable to somebody, someone will, take that as a weakness, and I don't want to show my weakness, or they use that weakness to
against you,
against me.
Just exactly what your colleagues, how they put it out, that was quite insensitive, quote unquote. And probably that's why even men hold back even with their wives, because sometimes our wife will just buy you, like, I don't know if we said it last week, just a pair of socks. After all I've done for you, after dressing you up, it's been a pair of socks. So Mary, what kind of support, because okay, that was the first miscarriage, the first loss. Did you have another one, or did you get a second child after that?
We got the second miscarriage, a third miscarriage, and a fourth miscarriage.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We actually went through 4 miscarriages. But the first one was actually the one that was, can I say, very painful, because we were not at a good space with each other. But now, after, just God helping us to just work it out and deciding that, you know what, let the self down, let the self go, because for me it was more of like a conviction. Even I remember going before God and I'm like, oh God, I did my homework, I checked his character, what kind of a man is this? And the voice was very clear. That was one time I really had a voice. People say, I had the voice of God, but yes, for me that time it was this stillness that told me, you know what, you want your husband to change, you want his attitude to change, but you got a stinking attitude too. You have
introspection now.
You are not at a right space. You carry so much bitterness. You carry a lot of resentment. You have your pride and all that, and the self. It's all about you. You're just bursting out. I want to change you first. And I remember crying so hard and coming back and writing a very long message to him, a very long one.
Yeah, we can write.
Yeah, we can write. I wrote paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs, just telling him, I forgive you for 2012, I forgive you for 2008, I forgive you for 2013,
have the dates, the time.
I have the dates, I have the time, I forgive you for the day you left me at bomb blast, walked.
But very important, really, that forgiveness.
And just letting that healing. It doesn't mean that it's the pain. Your pain is not valid,
right?
But just the fact that now I'm not going to bleed on him anymore. Let me take responsibility of what I have. Let me take responsibility of those traumas that I'm carrying in me. Deal with them. Step by step, not necessarily erasing. There are those which you can erase and just shrug off, but there are those that you sort of like, they are progressive. So I was like, I'm done with that. Let me begin a new chapter. So by the time we were having our second miscarriage, it was a bit easier, because
you're a team now.
Yeah, we are a team now. Now we are facing this together. Like, what's up again? And it was more of like, yeah, let's talk about it. We grieved together.
Right.
And by the time we were having the third, we were veterans now. And funny enough, they were almost happening at the same time. So you could be like, no.
Yeah, between the third and the fourth.
Yeah.
No,
This fine.
Looks
Now this is more spiritual than just saying, oops, let's now go on the spiritual warfare side, you see. So again, when we had the fourth, so we were like, yeah, okay, now we are done with trying, because we had even tried hormonal therapy, of which it didn't work. It is very expensive, but it made me even more sick. So we decided, no, what, Kando. So let's travel the world. Let's now do this thing.
Let's bond.
Exactly. So we got to a space of saying, if kids come, we bless the Lord. If they don't come,
we have each other.
Yeah, we have each other.
The kind of support, because for John, at least he had your dad, for example. You, he had a fallback. At least there was dad to talk to. Even the colleagues, at least he went and talked to them as much as they bashed him. What kind of support did you get or expect from him, and did you receive it?
For the first miscarriage, of course, I didn't get that support. Definitely,
based on the
we were not. But by the time we were in our second miscarriage, definitely he was my go-to first.
Yes.
As in, by the time I was now telling, say, my mommy or my sisters. We had really talked about it. I had cried. He had he was my shoulder, he was my anchor. And I remember even at one point I even brought about the story of, I mean, since I can't carry a baby, can we adopt? And he told me, no honey, I get people adopt, I understand, and it's fine, I don't have an issue, but you and me, I believe God is going to
give us each other. Baby. I just want, because of time, John, in all this then, how did the wounds, because these are deep wounds, you know, one, your ego, let's start from the ego, marriage and all that, the dad, then this. How have those wounds really helped you go deep into love and just have this kind of marriage, you know, you're happy, your friends, you're all, we have hosted you here quite a bit, so your story is beautiful. How have you managed that because of time? Briefly.
We carry so many wounds, especially men. I don't know about ladies. Some of them we heal, some of them we learn to live with them. And one thing about marriage is that it exposes a lot of wounds, even some that you never knew that they were there. There could be mother wounds, or father wounds. In your childhood, maybe you had a wound or two. Those childhood traumas. So marriage kind of like helps you to understand the other person is not perfect.
Right.
It brings you to a level whereby you see her or you see your spouse as a normal human being.
Yes.
Before that is she's an angel, flawless.
Yes.
Before that I am the knight in shining armor. All rugged and smart and everything. But now here comes life, and life has a way of that kind of that denudation makes everything come out basically. So those ones they have helped us to gel more. To understand that yes, you can have this wound, but you're still beautiful. You have a father wound, you have a mother wound, you have things that you're dealing with from the past. But at the end of the day, you're still human.
Yes.
So you learn to accept humanity the way it is, and accept and adjust your expectations. I call it maturity, because for you to accept, that the other person has these flaws. There are some that you can be able to change with time. You can walk through. There are some that you can heal. There are some you just need to, they are part of you. So you take them as beauty marks, basically. If it's a wound, in the beauty mark or something like that. So you understand, you're able to live comfortably and in contentment and in a good friendship with your spouse.
With healing, then that is possible. Of course, I've had Mary talking about forgiveness, which plays a very big role even in healing, because you had to forgive, I believe, yourself, the dad, You had to forgive them for whatever perceptions you had of them. So we're talking about that. Healing is very important to have a marriage like yours. Is that what you're saying? And forgiveness.
And a lot of understanding.
A lot of understanding.
Yeah, because I had to understand what she was going through that time. She had to let it out.
Be part of that journey. Amazing. The Munenes, always a pleasure having you right here. And I know this is that one of those, I really wish we could have more. I know there's so much we'd have talked about. There's so much we talk about behind the cameras, just the three of us here. But I hope that, again, we'll have another opportunity by God's grace to come back here and just help us heal these marriages out here. You're doing an amazing job. Even out there, I know that is what your purpose is. May God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, we have to come to the end of this amazing conversation. But we promise you that we'll be back with much more, especially in the new season next week. Starting September, we are getting into the new season with amazing conversations both on parenting, relationship, as well as matters finances. And we'll be getting live on YouTube starting next month. So anything you'll be missing here, or you're just driving somewhere, you can be watching us live from wherever you'll be. And remember, as I'd mentioned earlier, if you want to be part of this amazing community to support us, then you can do that through paybill number 316. Account number shall be your telephone number. And also remember, we have our cooperative bank account, and you can go to that cooperative bank account. Our account number is 0113 6000799100, and the account name is TBN Family Media. God bless you even as you purpose to support us. And remember, tomorrow, prayer circle, you cannot afford to miss that. Be here to have fun with us in the presence of the Most High God. See you again next week on Family Matters, parenting, financial, and relationships. God bless you, and bye for now.